people, everybody. We do appreciate it a whole lot. And
Come up front, Sean. There's room up here.
No, there isn't.
top three tonight,
On the floor.
Cory Kruseman, Jerry Coons,
First time.
and Stratton. Fire away, guys.
Jerry, anything you would have done differently?
Probably not. You know, the one big slide job that I tried, I wasn't really going to try it at that point, but kind of got a bad run off the two and hung just a little bit enough. I got a pretty good run, so one of those things, you got to make that decision. And, you know, maybe would have tried it in the other corner, I don't know, instead of 3 and 4, but just did what I could and ran second.
Cory, how close was it when those guys all crashed in front of you? You were leading Jerry's right behind you. You guys just missed getting in that accident earlier.
I already tucked my head down. I was ready to turn over. I honestly thought I was going to hit him with the right rear. You know, you seen the crash happening. You saw the cars that were involved. And then one pops out that I never saw. So I don't know how I missed him, and probably brake checked right all over Jerry. Try to do that. But, you know, like I've said, for all the years we've been coming here, you can buy the best cars, you can have the best driver, you can have the best crew chief, you can have the best parts, but if you don't have luck, nothing else matters. That's what it should be.
Danny, you've been out of the seat of a race car since last year's event. Are you sitting there in somewhat disbelief that you actually made the podium tonight? Great run.
Yeah, you always hope that you'd come back and you know, obviously have to do your homework and have a good showing, you know, but you know, to be here is kind of surreal, you know. I've never even been in this ring before, so but, you know, when I did it in 2004, I came from the G, so I had to do some work. Now it'd be a little bit easier and I can concentrate on the car a little better, you know.
Great.
Cory, right from the start, were you kind of concerned about what line to run and what was going on behind?
Yeah, I was. You know, watching Jerry ran the bottom most of the night, and so I knew that he was kind of happy down there. So I was going to try to stay down there as long as I could. But with him being as versatile, you know, the top 5 out there being as versatile as they are, you can't just protect one. So you know, as long as I could keep a pretty steady pace with the bottom going, and I was going to stay there as long as I could.
Did you move high at one point?
Yeah, I moved by and Jerry drove right by me and I thought, oh shit, better not do that again. So, luckily, I think we came side to side and
Yeah, you went back to the
I got back.
drove me through the infield.
Yeah, that's right. Tried crashing out and
Back here, Dan.
that's it. He was scared.
Any different feel for you, Cory, this year, not running with the Bondio?
Yeah, I mean, it's bitter and it's sweet at the same time. It's nice to know that you can put a car together its caliber and go out and win in races. It's pretty exciting to know that you can do that, make the shots, and do all of it. But you know, at the same time, me and Andy Bondio and John Barnes had 10 great years here. You know, 8 or 9 or whatever it was. We had a lot of fun and we did really well together. And it was just time more for my business and for me and sponsors and everything else that I needed to kind of get it under the same roof as I have everything else.
What effect is it having on your week? You're obviously got a lot more to do this week than you normally do.
You know, I do and I don't. I think I've hired the key people for the key positions. And what I try to do is I never feel there's an advantage when you can take 2 good drivers and 1 good crew chief. Because if me and Jerry are driving for the same guy, or me and Danny, we're trying to share the knowledge, and I'm going to end up, if Danny's faster, I'm going to end up with his race car pretty much, and vice versa. So we try to split it up into 5 different teams, and we've outfitted it that way that, you know, the parts are whoever needs parts, and I can kind of help coach a little bit with the driving, and Jay Drake's jumped in and done a wonderful job helping as well. So basically, we got 2 trailers over there, but we have 5 teams. My wife just owns it.
Yeah, but think of it this way, at least you signed those papers before.
Yeah, that ain't no
Signed it from the start.
That ain't no getting out of Hawker wedding ring to get us a tire, but
That's all right.
Jerry, you made the A-Main 10 out of 13 times, 6 in a row. Could this be your year? What are you thinking?
Oh, it's going to be tough starting, I think, in the 3rd row. I mean, I think if you're, almost think you gotta come off the first couple rows. I mean, it's so competitive. But, you know, anything can happen. You get into lap traffic, and you know, we got a good race car tonight. We duplicate that tomorrow night. I mean, I think we'll be there, but it's we got our work cut out for us.
Maybe strike a deal with Emmett for the draw there.
Yeah, already done. So I don't know.
Jerry, Cory talked about sharing information. You're the only Wilkie Pack car, and you're the final car to go. Was that a big portion of a big part of why you were able to get it in tonight?
Well, I mean, they've got a good track record here, and we really don't vary a whole lot on our setups from last year and the year before. But we definitely shared information, you know, from when Tracy ran and what they did to Dave's car and Tim's car. So we definitely share information. I mean, it's open notebook between all the cars. And so you know, the track seems, I wasn't here this week. I just got in last night, so this is my first night here. I haven't seen the track, but they said the track's been very consistent. So they've been able to kind of make the same calls and go along the same lines. So, I mean, that's what's nice with Tracy and I. I mean, we've worked together in the past, and you know, we're very open with what we do with each other.
You driving the Bernie Stratton mobile this year. How did that deal come about?
Me?
Yes.
What did you say?
You driving that 13 car,
Yeah.
that Bernie Stratton mobile. How did that ride come about?
You know, he had bought all Jason Leffler's dirt stuff because Jason wanted out, and he ended up with not the car that Damien won, but there was a frame that Jason had started to put together for a Chillyville only narrow body stealth type car. And I seen it sitting in the shop, and you know, I was kind of partial to that car, and I like narrow body stealth, so I, you know, was just kind of shooting the shit with him, and I said, hey, he says, what are you doing with that car for Chillyville? And it was like early August, and I said, Stratton, I didn't think about Chillyville September 1st. So I called him, and I got on the phone, had a motor deal already lined up, and I called him September 1st and said, hey, I'm coming to get that car, I'm going to put it together for Chillyville. So I started September 1st, and I didn't get any laps on it until we practiced here. So I've been kind of massaging that thing in my garage for the last couple of months. It's been fun.
And you said you had a motor deal? What type of motor deal you had?
Just an S-Slinger. I was helping Brett Beauchamp and got his pavement engine out of his midget and put it in there. So.
One last question.
Cory, you're one of only 4 drivers that have won this thing more than once, but you haven't made the cut in the last 3 years. You got to feel like you're back on the right track with this thing.
It definitely gives you a little bit of momentum going into tomorrow, you know, to be somewhere where we haven't been in a while. But you know, like I said earlier, there's one thing that happens in this building, and if you don't have it, it don't matter, and that's that luck thing. So, you know, we're going to put together the best race car we possibly can. I'm going to try to drive as smart as I possibly can. And we'll hope I don't do anything stupid, and we'll hope nothing dumb happens to the race car, and then the rest of it's going to fall in somebody else's hands. Cool. Thanks for coming.